Hello folks, welcome back to my channel. I have been playing around with these sort of window envelopes. Now there was a bit of a craze a little while back and people were doing things with their journals, and I started hoarding mine from the bank I've been collecting them, and then I have to stop collecting because I've got too many and I've done nothing with them. So anyway, I've decided that I would have a go at using these to put in my mushroom journal. So I've already recorded this twice, this video, once as a process video which didn't record for some reason, and once for it doesn't matter, I did a what do you do, like a show and tell thing, and then I thought no, I will do the video again, so I've cut out more stuff to show you. Anyway, let me show you what we've got here. So they've got two of them and I've got them folding different ways so that they can go in my journal, and I'll show you in a minute how I put them in my journal. So we've got some kind of like feature on this side here, and then inside here this is the window that we had. So I've got a page over there, got a large tag that comes out, and then you've got some kind of mushroom design in the background there. Okay, so that's that one. And then you've got on this side you've got like an ATC and a little tag and a big tag. You could have that either way around. And then this flips over, let me show you. Put that back in there. Flips over and you've got again another ATC and a tag. And I haven't put anything on. I was thinking of putting some like tab top things on those, or some yarn and things, but I'm not putting anything in yet until I know exactly how I want it to go in my journal. Whether I'm going to tie, if I'm going to put similar threads in, or how bulky it is and things like that. So it's the same sort of thing. You've got your two sort of tag things in there and a big tag in the back, and again with the tags down here we've got another featurey bit there, and then we've got the window on this side with a big tag, and you can see some mushrooms underneath. Okay, so I'll put that back. Let me show you sort of thing in my journal. So here are some of the signatures. Let's slip one of those in. Let's have that one in there. So this is what I'm planning. I'm not going to, I shall sew it all in together at the end. Let's have, that's probably not the best place to put it, but we will slip it in there. So this would be my plan. So you can see it's already getting bulky in here. I might have to do a couple of signatures, we'll see. So it would appear on one side like this with the tag and everything, and then you'd have to shuffle through. There's the next one, and that would obviously be at the bottom and all aligned, but it's all falling apart at the moment. And then you've got this bit and you've got this bit. So that's the plan. That's the kind of thing that I thought I'd make. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you how to make it. Right, so first of all you need a window envelope. Now I'm not going to give any measurements because everybody's window envelopes will be different. I've got two that look identical, but they're not. The windows are in different places, so I can't, you know, it would be silly to try and give measurements because they would all be different. Okay, but I'll give you the idea of what I'm doing. First of all, I'm trimming off the top of the envelope where I've opened it, just to make it a little bit neater. Then I want to decide which way I'm going to have it. It doesn't really matter, but I'm going to what's the word? I'm going to score down this side, and I know that on mine at 3 7/8 that is roughly equal distance there. It doesn't have to be, just do it your way, but that's what I'm planning. So let's put that out the way because I shan't need that again, and we'll give that a little fold up there. But you could decide whether or not you wanted it that way or whether or not you wanted it that way. It's up to you. I'm going to do mine like that, I think. Now, the next thing I suggest you do is, if you're doing like a vintage style one, and possibly if not as well, I would start inking up the edges, because it's much more forgiving. If your paper doesn't quite reach, don't need to do the top edge. I'll show you why in a minute. It's much more forgiving. If your paper's not cut exactly right, you won't notice it if you've inked around the edges. If you're not doing a vintage one and you're doing, you know, some mixed media one or something like that, just choose a colour that goes with the, you know, the papers that you're using. Now, I would go down the centre as well, because again, you're putting panels on here, so that will make it it'll just make it look neater. Believe me, the first one I didn't do this. So I'm just going all the way around the outside. I'm not doing the top where it opens, and there is a reason why. I've just seen that actually that envelope there is split just there. It's not going to matter. I'll rectify that, I think. Okay, so that will do with the inking for now. Now, what we do need to do is strengthen this bit here and this bit here, because we're going to be putting things in and out of it, and we don't want to rip it. So I've just got my glue. I'm going to just these flaps here pop a little bit of glue. I noticed yesterday that they were not glued down. I don't really want them flapping around. Okay, so that will do for that. Now I'm going to use some brown tape, but you could use washi tape, or you could use a piece of paper folded in half. Whatever you like. I'm just using this because I like my brown tape. It goes in with my theme. I'm just going to cut two pieces, hopefully the same size. Am I going to go around that bit there? I might do before we start. I'm just going to put some tape over this. You don't need to do this. It's just I've noticed my envelope has split, and for the sake of time I could go and get another envelope, but for the sake of time I'm not going to. I'm just going to put that over there, and I don't think it'll be that noticeable. Right, so next job, we're going to open up the envelope. We're going to stick half the tape along the edge. We're going to leave half of it sticking out, and we're going to fold it over, hopefully. I want to say half. It might end up being like 3/4 and 1/4. Give it a helping hand, turn it over, and then we'll just pull this over the top like that. And I think that will just strengthen that top surface where you're putting things in and out. The same goes in here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. A little bit fiddly. I think I'll put that in too much or something. Come on out. All right, that will do. There we go. I'll just fold it back on itself, and now I'm not gluing it because I'm going to be putting paper over it anyway. It's just so that when we put things in and out, we're not going to tear that top bit if it's a little bit fragile. Right, next job is to put our image in here. Now I've chosen this image here. Don't worry that it's got a white bit. If it's bothering you, I know Dee doesn't like white, but it doesn't matter, you're not going to see it. It's going to be inside, and I've chosen it because when you push this inside, you will see the mushroom poking through the window. Now, I did cut a piece of this to size, which is fine, and you just get this background here, but I forgot what we would like to see is something with a mushroom in it. So I'm going to be sticking that inside there, hopefully. Just double check that, and then you'll see the mushroom. Right, so I'm going to glue down the back here. And I'm using Yoo-Hoo for all of this. Slightly cheaper than using Beacon 3-in-1, which is my sort of preferred glue. I don't really get on with glue sticks and things like that. Right, I'm going to put this way round and open up the envelope. Hopefully you can see. Make sure your picture's the right way up. It isn't. And then I'm going to glue slide up into position down here. Like that. So I'll get it in the right place. I think that's roughly about right. And I'm just going to go in, oops, not that way, this way round, and just, I'm going to use an old store card to try and stick that into place. There we go. So now we've got our envelope, and then it's just a matter of putting the pieces on top. Now, I've already inked around nearly all my edges. So we'll do this one first. This is not cut terribly well. I don't know why. Anyway. Now, you can make a template for this. You can get a ruler. You can measure. You can measure your distances to see where to cut your window. I would suggest not cutting it exactly the same size, making the hole, the aperture, slightly smaller. So then if you're off a little bit, you're not going to see part of the envelope underneath. I have spent a few minutes using my Cricut to get this so that it fits, and the reason I've done that is because I think I will use more of these envelopes on different projects, and since I've got them, and it was worth spending a minute or two sorting out a template so that I can reuse the template for different projects. But you can easily do it, and you could use a die cut in the middle if you wanted to. Or you could just cut it with scissors. And I'm just going to glue that on the front. I'm going to go around the window so that it sticks on there. And then just put a little bit of extra glue around. So that will go on there. I had fun making this paper on Sunday when I was trying to see if I can get my screen to record. I know I've done it once before, but I want to. Aisha asked if I would show how I do my digital papers, so I will do a video on that. Right, so that's that one more or less done there. You've got a pocket, and you can see a mushroom underneath. And if you wanted to, it doesn't matter because you're going to have a tag in there anyway. But you could make the background the same as this if you wanted it all to blend in together. I quite like the fact that it's different. Right, now this side and this side, I'm just going to put some paper down that is the right size. I have not inked around it because I'm not going to see it because I'm going to put something else on top. This is just a background, and it's up to you whether or not you think it's necessary or not. It perhaps isn't. It gives the pocket a little bit more strength, and you know, it's up to, you know, do it your way. You might not want to do it the same way. I've got some journal slit things coming up, but if you prefer to just make sure that shuts. If you prefer to just put like little pockets or whatever on yours, you know, we don't all have to do the same. Right, this one, same thing. And I think, no, I haven't inked around this one. But you see what I mean about the inking. If you've done the inking already, this is a lot more forgiving if it doesn't quite fit. I'll tell you what, it's slightly, I think, too long. And along this one here, I'm going to give that a trim. perhaps this envelope is I don't know what that was. That has absolutely terrified me. I think I've got a new tablet. I think it's that that's just made that noise. Not heard that before. I thought it was on silent. I don't know what it is. It can only be an email because I've got nothing else on it. Right, that's a little bit better. I will have to quickly just do that though, because now I've trimmed it, it will bug me. There we go. So we've done those two bits there. That's waiting for its little feature, which we could put on. I've chosen this one. This is the paper that I made at the weekend when I was having a little practice. And I was going to delete it, and then actually when I'd finished I thought, oh, I quite like that, so I kept it. And I'm just using the mushroom. Now I know all the mushrooms look pretty much the same, but that's because they're free ones that I have I don't want to use images that are, you know, got any copyright or anything. I want to infringe anybody's rights or anything. Yeah, I think I've trimmed a little bit too much off my envelope, because this is just like, everything's just slightly too tall, but it doesn't matter. There. Whoops. I can't remember if I did that or not. Anyway, that's that one, and it needs inking, of course, now that I've cut it. Right, so what do we need next? We need these little, whatever you call them. Now I've got these, I've cut them out. I have used my Cricut, I know I've cheated, but I do have these things. I've got dies for these, so they're you can buy them easily enough. I don't even know what they're called, like little journal slips or something I call them, but you can buy them. Just be careful when you're doing it that when you put your glue down, and you want glue all the way around, so a bead all the way around the edge, you want one above the bottom slit, and you want to glue above the top slit, but that's it. Don't put any more glue in here or here, or you won't have pockets to put things in. Okay, and then line it up and push it down. Now hopefully we've got no glue in there, and hopefully we've got no glue in there, which we shouldn't have. Right, and then I'm going to do that on the back. Same thing, a bead of glue all the way around the outside. Bead across the top of the bottom slit, and then you glue above the top slit. I've just noticed there's a bit of glue on there, which will not do. And like I say, you don't have to put any paper underneath. You just see a bit of the envelope if you're happy with that. I think it does give it a little bit of strength. Just double check we can get in there and into there. Yes, we can. Right, that's about it. And then I have made some things to go in it. She says, I have a large tag that I've just cut out of my masterboard, and it's got, I mean, you can have it either way round, it's up to you. It might look better that way round with the red like that, yeah. So I'll put it in that way, I think. And I might make it more of a tag, and I might put ribbon or something on it. I haven't decided yet. We've got a large tag here. That can go in that pocket. We can see a little bit of the mushroom there if we wanted. That might end up with something on it. And the same with these tags here. So these are all ones. These are from the masterboard. These are for a set of ATCs that I've made that I will use in the journal. So the longer ones go at the bottom. Just looking to see where I'm going to put that one in there, I think. Like that. And maybe that one in there. And they might get bits added to them as well. I'll show you what I've made as well. That can go on there. We're about done. I have made some of these from, I've used my Cricut, but I do have dies as well also to cut these sort of things. But I just thought I'd see if I could do it. I'm not sure whether or not to put one on there or not. And you could pull it out. Not sure. I think I'll leave it for now, but I've got some of those if I need them. Anyway, I don't know what to call these. I'm calling them window envelope journal pockets, or I don't really know what to call them. Anyway, it'll be something like that. You'll see it in the title. Anyway, I hope you like that. That's my little tutorial on how to use some junk mail envelopes with windows in. Now I've got 3 of them that I can put in my journal. I might only use one. I might use all 3. Who knows? Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and do take care and stay safe. And I will be back. I'll be back on Thursday with 3 little videos, I think. Yeah. So until then, have a good week and happy crafting. Bye for now.